The universe must want me to win. Ty Dolla $ign said, the universe must want me to win. Don't you understand? We are at motherfucking war. We are at war. Figuratively, politically, and in real life. And we're not at war with flesh and blood. This isn't about red and blue. Right? This isn't about Republican and Democrat, blood and crip. This is about ideas, ideology, the thought universe, the thought world of the masses. Stay with me. This is about war against mindsets that seek to kill, steal, and destroy. Right? For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. In the Bible, Ephesians 6:12 says that, right? Right? I want you to remember, you cannot suffer the past, right? You cannot suffer the future because they do not exist. The past literally exists in your memory, which is something that you cannot touch or hold or taste, but you can bring it to remembrance when you hear music, certain songs, when you see certain movies, when you experience certain things. It can drum up the memory, right? It can drum up the memory. But the past as you know it doesn't exist. The future as you're imagining, as you're hoping, as you're plotting and planning and strategizing and believing and assuming it to be, it doesn't exist. What you are suffering from at any given time is your memory and imagination. Memory and imagination. Keep that in the front of your mind, in your frontal lobe, right? Memory and imagination triggers everything. What I want you to remember is all that we truly have is this moment. There's a Kemetic proverb that says the purpose of all human life is to achieve a state of consciousness apart from bodily concerns. Really, we're held back by our bodies. We're held back by our skin, by our complexion, by our the country we live in, the one language we truly understand and know, right? The one reality that we know. You're limited by your existence. When you're no longer in this body, you can experience different realities and different dimensions and different memories and different things to imagine and taste, touch, smell, feel, experience, be, right? Everything heals. Everything heals. Your body heals. Each and every cut, sting, rash, or bite, it eventually becomes whole, right? Right? Your heart heals. You lose teeth. You grow teeth. You break bones. Bones mend. You lose hair. You grow hair. You cut hair. You grow hair. Right? With time. Your heart heals with time. Your mind heals with age. With newer, greater experiences. All of your wounds heal. The cells of your body aren't old. Nothing about you is old except memory, imagination, the words you speak over your life. In years, everything has completely remade itself. It has reproduced, it has replicated, and it's died. Every cell in your body, every 7 years, made whole, renewed, restored, regenerated, new, right? On some new shit. Every 7 years, each of the cells in your body, in your hair, in your skin, in your pancreas, in your heart, in your brain, in your hippocampus, in your calf muscles, in your tongue, on some new shit. Your body has the potential. Understand, your body has the potential of being as young and as vital as it has ever been. Your soul even repairs itself. And the beautiful thing is you possess all of the memory of each and every one of your direct ancestors. So the strength of your father and the intellect of your mama and the fortitude of your G-mom and the business savvy of your daddy's daddy's daddy, even if you never met him, it's all in you. It's all in your genetics. It's all in your DNA. It's in your energetic memories. Your soul repairs itself. How? Your happiness will always return. No storm lasts always. I want you to remember that. God is consciousness. It's not the creator, but the very source of creation itself. If anything, God is a feminine presence. It's the unknowable. Everything we've been taught is to believe it's this bearded white sky daddy with hippie hair, right? And I reject that, because no, think about your life on this plane of existence. Just think about your life and how you came to be, and who carried you and who birthed you and who likely breastfed you, sustained and stitched your every fiber and sinew of skin, artery, and blood vessel comes from the carrier of your mitochondrial heritage. That's your maternal bloodline. Okay? Not downplaying men, because we're not going to do that. Not downplaying men or males or the role that takes and requires, but really and truly, our mothers are the closest thing to God on earth. It's not some separate, superior and condemning outside, external, exterior entity that most religious institutions claim. Because you have to understand, all of these religious institutions got their science and their information and their doctrine from somewhere else that was already done and that had already been done. Like, we're following replicas of fucking replicas. Understand that. See, most of us come from agrarian, spiritual people who built things with their hands, and they did business and did business with and lived and died and loved and made children with and built a life with the same sets of people. Not some offshore, corporate, conservative, whitewashed version of the Most High. Right? Hear what I'm saying. Listen. Who taught you the doctrine that governs your life? We want it. We think of, and I'm gonna leave it at this, because it's such a, people like to argue. What they say, the people, I know how you like to tussle, right? But we want to somehow believe that God is just judging and condemning and sending everybody to hell. Somebody taught you that God is this outside other being looking down on you as though you weren't from or created by in the image of, right? Who somehow overlooks hundreds of years of Holocaust and genocide and slavery and warfare to blast homosexuals and adulterers to a fiery hell, right? Right? Plato said, those who are able to see beyond the shadows and lies of their culture will never be understood, let alone believed by the masses. Plato. He said, those who are able to see beyond the shadows and lies of their culture will never be understood, let alone believed by the masses. I want you to remember to keep planting seeds. Though the conscious mind may be asleep, the subconscious mind is awake, right? And the science of intuition says this. Intuition is the influence of non-conscious emotional information. Non-conscious emotional information on the state of inner knowing. non-conscious emotional information on the state of inner knowing. And where is it located? It's the entire right side of the brain and hippocampus contribute to the creative processing of subconscious information. There are over 40,000, stay with me, over 40,000 intercardiac neurons send emotional signals, what we know as emotional signals. But they're electrical beep, 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 beep. This is what's happening in your brain through a nervous system of their own to decode intuitive impulses. That's how you get the hunch. That's how you get the butterflies. That's how when something is going on with your people, with your kids, with your dude, with your girl, with your mama, you feel something in your stomach. You feel something like a lump. You can't put your finger on it. You may not necessarily know what it is, but you know some shit ain't right? That's the science of intuition. 100 million neurons modulate the core sense of self, the gut in your belly, the gut brain. You have a brain in your gut, just like you have a brain in your head, and you have a brain and a consciousness in your heart. So the brain, the heart, and the gut all have memory and intelligence, and they communicate. And the heart tells the brain what to think. That's why you can't understand why you feel certain things for certain people, and you don't understand it because it doesn't make sense in your right mind. It doesn't make sense logically, right? Because something is going on in the blood-brain barrier that your logical mind, the shit you've been taught, just cannot get jiggy with. It doesn't understand. But understand that the superconscious mind unites the subconscious and conscious mind. We can access it, and we can access all the intuitive states and knowledge and wisdom and information and intel by just thinking and feeling in a unified way. And you're never going to learn that in public education. You're never going to learn that in school. This is something you just got to live and figure out, because they're not going to tell you about this shit. The quality of your thoughts really do determine the quality of your life. The quality of your thoughts determines the quality of life. Everything is energy, including you. Every time you're triggered, that's a sign that you must go deep and you must heal. Something is broken. Somewhere within is a fracture. A gap needs to be bridged, right? Carl Jung, he said, shadow work is the path of the heart warrior. Shadow work is the path of the heart warrior. The heart warrior. Have you ever heard some shit like that? The heart warrior. And knowing your own darkness is the best method for dealing with the darkness of other people. That's why I resonate with all types of people. I resonate. Sometimes the darkness within me sees the darkness within you, and I understand where somebody is coming from. And because of that, I can't judge them. I can't knock their hustle. I can't look down on them because I resonate. Something in them resonates with something in me. Same with you. People don't identify you as you, right? People don't identify you as you or relate to you as you. They identify with their perception of you. It doesn't matter what others think of you, because it's never mattered. When people, a lot of shit that you experience with different people is shit they're projecting onto you. It has nothing to do with you. You remind them of somebody, or you make them feel the way something or someone else has made them feel. And so they assign all these different labels and things that don't have anything to do with you. That's why you can't trip off of what other people are going through, because a lot of times people be on bullshit. Train your mind to see the positive in every situation. It's a skill, learning how to find the silver lining in shit, right? Because everything is learned. Everything is learned behavior. Becoming a millionaire is a learned behavior. Same way poverty is learned. Most men and women steeped in poverty, right, come from poverty. A long line of folks living on the system. And that's not judging or knocking anybody. I'm telling you what I know. I'm telling you what's facts. These are statistics. And so what happens is, what you predominantly see growing up is what you adapt and what you identify with. You see somebody hustling and working and going and get it, you're going to more than likely become the same type of person. You see Asians, they'll be running a restaurant and they'll have their kids on the register learning the business. You see mechanics, they're out, grease monkey under the car all the time. They're teaching their son how to work on cars and how to understand an engine and what certain sounds mean and what this looks like. And that could take them very far. If you see people doing nothing but on drugs and coked up and doped up and drunk and cussing and fucking and fighting and, you will tend to identify with that unless you do something to change it and alter it and throw a stone into the pond of that consciousness, of that spirit, of that energy, of that vibration. Right? I say this to say, whatever you want to do can be learned. Whatever you want to be, whatever you want to have, whatever you want to experience can be learned and adapted and built and earned and shaped, fashioned and manifested. The universe, this world, the world we live in, this world of duality, and gravity and race and class, it responds to your frequency. It doesn't give a fuck about what you want and what you desire or what you need. I got to come up with 10,000 by the night. I got to come up with 10,000 by the night. I got to come up. It doesn't care. It doesn't care. It only understands the frequency, the wavelength, the flavor, the aesthetic in which you are vibrating at. So if you are vibrating in the frequency of fear or guilt or shame, or you on some bullshit, you are going to attract things of a similar vibration. If you are vibrating in the frequency of love or joy and abundance and money and M's and success and beauty and affluence, right? You are going to attract things that support that frequency. And so it's kind of like you tuning into a radio station, right? If you're on 92.3 The Beat, right, you're on Power 106, you're getting Power 106. If you want to listen to Yo-Yo Ma, you want to listen to symphony, you want to listen to violin, you got to tune into that station. You trying to listen to Garth Brooks, right? You trying to listen to Kanye, you got to tune to a different station. You have to be tuning into the music you want to listen to, just like you have to be tuned into the energy you want to manifest into your waking reality, into your life. Change your mindset and it'll change your life. Change how you even project shit. Start looking for the good in shit. Start looking for the silver lining. Start really looking for the seed, the blessing. And stop looking for shit to argue about and to be mad at and to rant about and to be up in arms about and to cry about. Look for the silver lining. I want you to remember, anything you want to bring into your life, imagine that it is already there. Your definition of abundance can also include the space you have in your life for rest, rejuvenation, taking sabbaticals, retreats, practicing stillness, taking a long bath, meditating, going hiking, doing nothing, because everyone doesn't have those luxuries. I want you to remember that the price you pay to pierce the veil is not being able to show others what you see. You are going places. You are going places where everyone in your life cannot go. Everybody can't go. The secret to manifesting anything that you desire is your willingness and ability to realign yourself so that your inner world is in harmony with the power of intention. So like even when you're sitting in your freshman waking reality, your freshman waking reality, you still got to pay your dues, right? You're in your beginning stages, you're a neophyte, right? You have to have your mind, your heart, your soul, your thoughts, and your consciousness all have to be on graduating and walking across the stage and living the reality of that goal already behind you. And I know it's easy to say, but if the more you do it, keep those words in front of you. Keep those affirmations in front of you. Keep those pictures and images of what you want to manifest, what you want to see, what you want to come to pass. Stop paying attention to shit. If you don't want it in your reality, do not give it energy. Do not give it time. Do not, for damn sure, do not give it passion. Right? Only where you are trying to go. Tap in, focus, lock in, keep it in front of you. Keep repeating it. Keep repeating it. Keep repeating it. Keep believing it. Keep receiving it. Keep seeing it. Keep birthing it. Keep working towards it. And you know what? One day you wake up and you like, damn, I remember I used to pray for this shit. I used to pray. Like one day it just happens. And you looking over your balcony and you like, damn, I remember, man. And it will bring tears to your eyes. How seemingly effortless, but in reality, it's certain things that are going to happen. Certain things have to fall into place. Certain people you have to come into communion with and relate with and chill with and be in business with for certain things to happen. You know, it's not fairy tale. It's not mythical. It doesn't just happen like that, but it will seem like that when you get to where you're getting. Your only responsibility is to continue walking in your purpose. Know your purpose first off. Know your purpose, and above all else, walk in it. Don't be out here aimless in these streets. I want you to remember,